So I just looked at a news report that flashed on my screen, which I probably shouldn't have. I keep saying I'm going to stay away from the negativity. And bad news is negativity. But anyway, I read this article that was on 11 Alive News on April 14, which would make it a couple of days ago. A young woman, beautiful young woman, single mom apparently, with two kids and one on the way. So she was pregnant. Was driving a white BMW on I-75, they said at 6 p.m. going home from work. And random, I guess, or maybe not, we don't know. She was shot while she was driving. So someone shot her car. And she pulled over to the side of the road. She tried to call 911, the article said. And her mom was, they didn't show her mom's face, but the news report had her mom's voice talking. She said, they said basically she died at the hospital. They rushed her to the hospital, but doctors could not save her. A young woman, they said she just bought a house 2 years ago by herself. Two kids, one on the way. Beautiful woman. Interesting to be a single mom and pregnant and be single and still handling your business, still working, buying a house, have a BMW. But I'm sorry, I look at that. I'm judgmental like that because of my life. And something was wrong because how are you a beautiful woman physically, got your shit together clearly, got your own house, your own nice car, a job, while raising two kids and one on the way. So who's the father of the one on the way and why is he not married to her? But okay, is the person she's pregnant for, did he not want a baby? I mean, that's my mind starts thinking all these things like who would have shot a pregnant woman? An unproblematic pregnant woman. Who would have shot her? Was somebody following her? Was it a random gang initiation on I-75 or was somebody following her and decided we're going to kill her? What was going on? There's so much more going on. She's dead. Her mom is crying. Her mom now has to raise two grandbabies by herself. I also came here to ask this question. But I also came here to say this point. This shit is, life is random in this respect that I have a son who's suffering from possible drug addiction and mental illness. He used to be addicted to drugs. I thought he got off. I think he got off. But his friend, the dope boy, won't tell me where he is. He came back, it's a routine. He comes, he's good for like a week, and then he starts to either go into psychosis or itch for drugs, one or the other. He goes back to the east side and lives on the street and starts having starts being psychotic, paranoid, schizophrenic. Point is, last I checked, he was still alive. His homeboy said he is not answering the phone that I bought him a few weeks ago. His homeboy said he did call me 4 days ago, so today would be 5 days ago. He's not answering my calls or texts. I saw last week that he did read one of my texts. It was on read. But then he didn't read the last text I sent him the day before yesterday. Point is, this happens. It's a routine. Then I got to worry and wonder. I try not to worry, but I have to constantly wonder, do I have to bury my son? Is my son dead on the street somewhere? Did someone kill him and hide his body? Is he dead? He wouldn't freeze to death right now because it's not freezing. But I'm like, did someone kill him? He has fights with homeless people. Did they beat him up? Did they kill him? Did they stash the body? Is he just going through his shit, his psychosis, per usual? What is going on with my son? You only get but so many chances before the universe says, your angels say, okay, he doesn't want to be here anymore. His words and actions are saying he doesn't want to be here anymore. And every time when death is staring him in the face, he's like, oh, I want to live. But you're going to do that one time too late. But my point is, this woman's daughter, who was doing not everything right, but she was accomplishing things in life. She was striving with 2 kids and one on the way. Had her own house, apparently a job that afforded her the ability to pay for that house. And I mean, I can't stress enough. 2 kids, a single mom. You bought your own house and you drive a BMW. You're coming home from work. Boom, you get shot. What was really going on in your life? That's the question that if I was a detective, I would be asking. There's something going on. Unless it was random. Now, if it was just a random person shooting and they just shot her, then that means she was meant to die. It was no doing of her own. They called her home. Or was she being followed and tailed? Was somebody pissed? Was it a love triangle? Was she messing with someone's man? Was the man upset she was pregnant? Because how are you single and pregnant? I mean, that's a redundant question. But my point is, what was really going on for someone to shoot this woman in her car on the way home from work? If it was not random. And why is a woman like that dead and her mother is crying, holding her belly? And my son has been spared for the last 6 years that he's been living on the street as an addict in psychosis. But he, last I checked, was still breathing. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Logical, mathematical sense. That's how you know there's more to this thing than logic and math. Whatever is going on, it's not being controlled by us. They give us opportunity to do the control, but then they say, these humans, they're like little stupid kids. Pull them back. They don't know what they're doing. And I'm convinced, I know my spirit guides have taken care of me. But so spirit guides are only assigned to certain people. Like, no, like what? Do they give you chances until they don't? Like, I'm talking right now. I don't know. My son could be deceased somewhere. I didn't want to say the other word. It's just so much. This woman is devastated. These 2 kids are like, where's my mommy? So this grandmother has to deal with 2 kids who are now severely traumatized. I can't imagine. The grandmother's going to have to quit her job. How is the grandmother going to survive taking care of? I mean, she's going to get money from the city for your death. When somebody you love dies a violent death, you get like $40,000. I don't know. But the point is, that's not your daughter's life. A lot of questions. Very few answers. You got to look within for your answers because you're not going to get them without. That's crazy. You just don't know. She woke up, took a shower, went to work. She didn't know she was going to die on the way home. I could be driving home. I done pissed a lot of people off in my lifetime. I could be driving home and somebody say, I'm going to kill this bitch. Or it could be random. We don't know yet. I'm going to follow this case and see why was she shot. Something like that, though, unless the bullet can be traced, it's like, that's something you could get away with. Like, how do you get caught? With all the cameras on the road and the highway,